everyone, I'm Noreen and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have a happy memory and a story time. Today I'm going to share with you this memory from my very young 4th and 5th grade years. Tales of a elementary school cafeteria, a school that's no longer there, and this delicious dessert that the heavenly lunch ladies used to make. Let's go see how we make peanut Chewies. Are a wonderful back to school treat, and they're super simple to make. They start off with 5 cups of Special K cereal. Don't try and substitute corn flakes because it just isn't going to be the same. A cup and a half of peanut butter of your choice. You can use crunchy or smooth. 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 cup of white corn syrup, and a half a cup of brown sugar. That's all that goes in here. And so to start off, what we're going to do is we're going to put the corn syrup, and I sprayed this jar with a little vegetable oil spray beforehand. We're going to put the corn syrup in and both sugars, and then I'm going to bring over my little stove and we're going to bring this to a rolling boil. So let me grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, you want this to reach a full rolling boil, which we're at now, and a full rolling boil means a boil that cannot be stirred down. For those of you who followed me any length of time, and when you're making jam, you know what that means. Okay, so now we've got a full rolling boil, and I'm going to turn off the heat, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop in our peanut butter. I also sprayed this with a little vegetable oil on the inside before I put the peanut butter in, and for the most part, it worked. Awesome. Okay, so after that comes to a full rolling boil and you turn it off, you want to add your peanut butter and you want to stir until everything comes together.
By the way, this is a gas camp stove that we're using, just easier to deal with right now.
There we go. Okay, now I'm going to move this out of the way and bring the bowl over and we'll mix up the rest of it. Okay, now I'm going to transfer this. You can do this in a really big pot if you want to, but since we were using the camp stove, I'm going to go ahead and just transfer this to another bowl. We're going to add our Special K. Stir this in. Okay, now it's time. What we're gonna do while we stir and we dish these out. A little story time on how I came to get this recipe. Now, I grew up in a really small town, well, a couple really small towns in New Jersey. I was born there, and when I was 11, we moved away to Arizona. But when I was 8, we moved to the town of Columbus, which is the home of the oldest flea market in the country, which is called Columbus Sale. And that opened in 1919. I wasn't there then, but when I was 8, we moved to Columbus, and I went to 4th and 5th grade at the school there. Now, the Columbus Elementary School was over 100 years old at the time that I went there. While we do this, I'm just going to dish these up. Now, just stir that up like you're mixing up Rice Krispie treats, okay? Easy stuff. And now I'm going to dish these up, just the way the lunch ladies did at my cafeteria. I'm just going to pop these in some cupcake tins. About twice a month, they would put peanut Chewies as one of the desserts for lunch on the menu. And everybody loved peanut Chewies, and everybody bought their lunch on the day that peanut Chewies were on the menu. You could also, they always made enough so you could get an extra one. Like kindergartners, they didn't take lunch, or they didn't get to have lunch. And if you wanted to take an extra one home, then you could bring a quarter, and then you would get one sent home with you. Columbus was a very small town, still is. The school that I actually physically went to is no longer there, and so I was kind of worried that I wouldn't be able to get the recipe. I've been thinking about this recipe for a while because I wanted to share it, because it's perfect for back to school. It really, really is. I'm just gonna get a tablespoon, and I'm just gonna kind of mash these down in here. There's enough oil from the peanut butter that it's not gonna stick. So I thought, gosh, there's still a school in the same place where I went to school. It's just a newer school. And it was literally a block away from my house. We just lived down the corner from the school. So I called the school a couple of months ago. And I said, I know this may sound like a way out request, but when I was in the 4th and 5th grade, I went to your school, which is probably not a big deal. But when I went there, the lunch ladies would make these delicious, and she finished my sentence for me. She said, peanut chewies. I'm like, yeah. And she said, do you want the recipe? I'm like, yes, because I've never been able to find anything that comes close. The girl who was the receptionist that answered the phone, she said, well, I grew up here and I went to school here too, but I do have the recipe. And so when she got home from work that night, she was kind enough to send me the recipe. And I just have been waiting for the perfect opportunity to share these with you. And since it's back to school, I couldn't think of a better time than now. So this is just one of my little happy memories that I get to share with you. This is right up there with the Wargle Whopper that I shared with you in another video. There are those things that are touchstones for all of us that keep us connected to our past, and this is just one of those things for me. You're going to find that it's just wonderful. These are easy to pack in a lunch. This is the first time I'm making them since I got the recipe, and I'm going to taste these, and I'm probably going to cry because. Do you ever do that? Do you ever just have something that moves you so much that you just takes you back to a time long ago that is such a fabulous memory for you that it just brings you to tears? Not for an unhappy reason, but for a happy one. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to let these cool off a little bit, and then we'll be back and I'll unwrap one and I'll show you what it looks like and we'll give it a taste. All right, our peanut chewies sat for just about a half an hour and they're ready. This smells so amazing, and when you break them apart, they are a little like, look, they've got that nougaty filling like the inside of a payday. Not kidding. So I really can't wait for Rick to try these. They're so easy to put together, and I'm really excited to taste it. So you ready?
I have to.
You have to.
Those are delicious.
Oh my gosh.
I give you a quarter if I have another one.
Yep. The best part is, you don't have to give me a quarter. Wow.
You can see why you like them.
These are so good. And I'm sure that the lunch ladies, who were amazing, never really thought to put melted chocolate on the top of these. But think about how good that would be. Oh my goodness. That tastes just like I remember. Just like I remember. I know that you're going to love these. I know that your kids are going to love them. I know that's going to be a cherished recipe in your recipe box. Oh my gosh. People are going to ask for these. So you never know until you ask. I'm so glad I called that day, and I'm so glad I got the recipe, and I'm even happier to share it with you. I hope that you give these a try. I know that you're going to love them. So I hope that you enjoyed the video today, and if you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my kitchen and visiting for the first time, I would like to say welcome. I hope that you liked it enough to hit the subscribe button. And for those of you who are already tried and true members of the Noreen's Kitchen family, please remember to hit the bell notification button so that you don't miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I hope you give these peanut chewies a try. They are classic, they are timeless, and they are delicious, and I hope you love them. And until next time, I'll see ya.